back to my channel. Myself Vishwanath, your economy educator. I really hope you all are doing good and following Simplify Economic series. Today we are going to deal with a chapter called inflation. Today I will narrate you a story on inflation so that you should never forget this chapter in your life. This is a story of a student who is living in Mumbai city. His name is Raghu, pursuing his first year. One fine morning he went to take milk and met his professor over there, and he started a conversation with him. Meanwhile, professor said him that the same milk packet in his childhood he used to spend only 13 rupees for that. Raghu was surprised to know that it was so cheap and it's so expensive now. Professor says inflation or rise in the prices are common for any economy. Raghu says, so what is this inflation? Professor said, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods and services over the longer period of time. That means the day-to-day commodities what we are using, the price will increase over the longer time. That is called inflation. To give a correct definition of inflation, the increase in the prices of goods and services in the economy is called inflation. So Raghu says, so is this inflation is good for economy or bad for economy? Professor said, inflation is good for economy. Raghu was surprised to know that how increasing prices are good for economy. Professor goes in detail and says him that inflation has three types: low inflation, galloping inflation, and hyperinflation. Now, low inflation means the increase in the prices in single digit. That means if today the commodity price is 100 rupees, the next year the commodity price will be 106 or 107. That is 6% on 7%. That is a one digit percentage increase. And this is a low inflation. If the commodity price is 120 or 130, that is double digit increase. That we call it as galloping inflation. The low inflation is also called as creeping inflation, which is good for economy, which will motivate producers and sellers to work more and for a little more money. When it comes to galloping inflation, it is a high inflation, which is harmful for economy, which is not good for economy. Let's come to hyperinflation. Hyperinflation means the increase in the prices for 500 to 700%, which will be very inflating for the economy and which can destroy any economy easily. Raghu, with a smiling face, said, sir, I understood all the three types of inflation. Low inflation, which is good for economy, which will motivate traders and producers to work more for a little more money. Galloping and hyperinflation both are harmful for the economy. Professor said you have two more types of inflation. They are called bottleneck inflation and core inflation. Bottleneck inflation means that whenever the supply of goods and services in the economy falls and demand will rise, and this will lead to the inflation. It's called bottleneck inflation, and this type of inflation happens when supply side accidents or hazards mismanagement happen, and this type of inflation is also called as structural inflation. One more is core inflation. Core inflation measures the inflation of manufactured goods. Here we exclude energy and food articles because they are very volatile, and we measure only the inflation related to the manufactured sector. Here I think, Raghu, you have understood both bottleneck and core inflation. Raghu said, yes sir, I understood both the inflation. But the one more question is popping out in my mind. Professor asked, what is that? What is the causes behind this inflation? What is the reason behind this inflation? Why do this inflation happen in the economy? Professor said there are two causes for inflation. One is demand pull and then one more is cost pull inflation. Why do this demand pull inflation happens? Whenever there will be a more money supply in the market, when the people income will increase, people were having more money in their hands. They have more money power to purchase the things now. So because of that, the demand will increase for the products, and we call it as demand pull inflation. And the one more is cost pull inflation. This happens whenever the prices of the raw material increases. For this, I'll give you one example. Car industry example. For car manufacturing, what is the raw material? Steel is a raw material. Whenever the prices of the steel will increase, indirectly the price of car will also increase, because steel is the raw material for the car, isn't it? This is how whenever the raw materials price will increase, the product price will also increase, and that will give cost pull inflation. Raghu, with a smiling face, said, I understood both the reasons regarding this inflation. But, sir, yesterday when I was having dinner with my father, we had a discussion about inflation bonus. Can you tell me what is that inflation bonus? Professor said, that's a good question, Raghu. To understand that, you have to understand what are the effects of inflation. Because of this inflation, you have to understand that who are getting benefited and who are getting losses. So I'll explain you effects of inflation. In effects of inflation, you have to understand what is the effect of inflation on income having people, and what is the effect of inflation on production and consumption, and what is the effect of inflation on import and export. How inflation will affect salary dependent people, and we'll discuss how inflation will affect the production and consumption sector. And one more thing is how inflation will affect import and export sector. When it comes to income sector, the people who are dependent on the salary, their purchasing power will decrease, because salary will be fixed for per month. So whenever, for example, whenever they go to market, for 100 rupees, today they are getting 4 mangoes. Tomorrow, because of inflation, he'll get for 100 rupees only 3 mangoes. Now his purchasing power is decreasing. Now to compensate this thing, many private companies or government departments will pay inflation bonus. So Raghu, your father might have got this inflation bonus. And I'll tell you one more effect of inflation on production. Whenever the prices of the product will increase, the people will stop buying that product and look for the alternative. And because of this, the demand for that product will decrease. So let me tell you the effect of inflation on import and export sector. When it comes to domestic economy, whenever the prices in the domestic market increases, the demand will decrease. But the manufacturer, what he'll do is, he'll have one more market, that is world market. And there he'll get competitive prices. Now the producer or the production or a manufacturing sector start exporting the goods what they produce in the country. It means export segment of the economy benefits due to inflation. But when it comes to import, the people who are importing from other countries, they have to pay more price because of inflation. And this will lead to decrease in the imports from the other country. So these were the 3 effects of inflation on income, production, and import and export. Raghu said, Sir, I understood the effects of inflation. You made it very easy. Thank you for that. But sir, you were telling that inflation will be single digit or double digit, isn't it? So can you tell me, how do we measure this inflation? It is single digit or a double digit. How do we come to know that? Professor with a smiling face said, Raghu, it's a time to go to college. Come on, we get back to home and get ready. When you come to college, just remind me, I'll tell you how to measure this inflation. Both left to home. Chalo, we'll stop our story here. Thank you guys. If you like my narrative story on inflation, please show your support by clicking like button and comment on my video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel so that you can watch my upcoming videos. Thank you once again.